So hi, today we're here with Sarah Jers and Enrico Toro, who are product planners and product manager for Windows Server in the small and medium business space. And we had some really exciting news that we released yesterday. What was that?
Well, Michael, the very good thing that happened is that starting yesterday, Windows Small Business Server 2011 Essentials is finally available on all channels. That means that for our customers, it's going to be much easier to buy the product. And for our partners, it's going to be much easier to offer a large selection of channels where the customer may choose the product itself. Some of our largest partners, like HP, have already their products on the market, and more will come. And also, we have seen new products like the new Acer AC100 server with pre-installed essentials that are also available.
Fantastic. And as I said before, we have Sarah Jers here with us, who's a product planner for Windows Server focusing on SMB. So for a lot of the partners and customers watching us, what does a product planner do for Microsoft?
So as a product planner, I'm responsible for getting ahead of the engineering team and looking to the future and figuring out what we should build next to enable our partners to continue making money with Microsoft and serving the small business community. Right now I'm thinking about the next versions of Small Business Server and also working on Windows Server as it sells into the small business space.
Well, that's fantastic. So what does GA mean to you?
So GA is really exciting. It's exciting on two fronts. One, because I get to look at something that we conceived of, years before and started building and worked with the engineering team to drive the requirements in. And so it's really exciting to kind of see this product now available for sale, but also enabling a new sales model for a partner community, right? So this is a much simpler to set up, much simpler to manage on a day-to-day basis, and it enables partners to lower their labor costs and go in and serve more customers in the same amount of time that they're servicing a smaller number of customers today.
So you talked about creating new sales opportunities for a partner, and we have WPC coming up. So what are we doing at WPC for Small Business Server?
We are doing exactly that. We are showcasing all the opportunities and sales opportunities that partners may have in the next years by selling SBS Essentials. In particular, we want to showcase the ecosystem that is being created. So it's not just the server as a platform that we're going to offer and that allows partners to win new customers, but a platform in itself doesn't have complete value. What offers value in access is all the applications and all the work that our partners are creating. So together we will show solutions that are created by ISVs like Trend Micro, for instance, that offer a security offer that is both on the cloud and on-premise, and that perfectly matches our business model with SBS Essentials. And so when you go at WPC, if you come and visit our booth, you're going to be seeing the servers, you're going to be seeing the form factors, and also how Essential is going to be working. You're going to be able to touch firsthand the differences that SBS Essential has compared to traditional servers, also older solution servers. And also you're going to be able to see demos of how all these things work together. You're going to see demos of how the Windows Phone 7 connector is going to be working. You're going to be seeing demos on how the Office 365 integration is going to be working. And then we're going to, in all this, we're going to talk to us, ask us how you can use these incredible features to make more money, increase your sales with new customers, and make new customers happy.
So if I'm a partner and I'm not going to WPC, what are the channels that I can get this type of information?
Well, you can still follow us on Facebook on our SBS page, because we're going to have your podcast that are going to be all over that we're going to post every day. And also you can follow us on Digital WPC, which will allow you to follow still most of the events, and especially there is going to be the sessions that we're going to have next Wednesday, and when we're going to be talking about all these products working together in a single session.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for spending a couple minutes with us, both Sarah and Enrico. So today I'd like to give you, to wrap this up, a little sneak peek of some of the demos that Enrico is going to show in our sessions next week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next week at WPC, we're going to showcase some of the ecosystem being built around SBS 2011 Essentials. And this is around extending the functionality of SBS Essentials with add-ins. And these add-ins can extend the local functionality such as users, data, computers, backup, but also can integrate the SBS Essentials environment into the cloud for various things such as cloud backup, anti-malware, or even line of business applications. Some of these you've already seen, such as the Windows Phone 7 application we released in beta not too long ago. But also we've got some great commercial add-ins now available, and we expect to see more and more now that the product is GA'd. So let me show you some great examples of ones we're going to highlight at the WPC conference next week and talk a little bit more through them. The first one I want to talk about is the Windows 7 Pro Pack. Now what this does is provides two great functions. One, provides a base level group policy that's easy to deploy, sort of one-click deployment of a base level group policy for Windows Defender, the network firewall, and Windows Update. The second thing it does is enables redirection of folders. Now I get a lot of questions, why do I need to enable redirection of folders in an SBS Essentials environment when I do client backup? Well, this type of capability could be used for mobile workers. Now remember, the SBS Essentials backup functionality is a timed set functionalities, and it usually happens at night time in the default deployment. Of course you can configure that, but most of the backup's going to happen after hours. So generally it's going to want the PC or the laptop to be there in the office to back that up. Now mobile workers take their laptops or take their devices with them, so they may not be in the office. Redirection of folders enables me, when I connect to that internal network, to have an instant cache of those folders. So all the resources, all the data that I'm using that I may have changed can automatically be copied up to the server and then backed up in that server backup. And the good thing about this is, again, it's a one-click deployment to get this out to my Windows 7 clients to really just make it easier to do that day-to-day management. So let me show you a quick example of this. Now I've installed the add-in. I'm not going to go through the installation process. We have a great learning bite on installing add-ins available up on our SBS YouTube channel. And once you've deployed the add-in, you can see that we now extend the tasks area to be able to implement that add-in. So if I just choose a computer here, such as Cameron PC, I can walk through the implementation of the Windows 7 Professional Pack. So you can see here it's going to provide me some information about what it's going to do. Just to reiterate, the folder redirection and offline folders, offline files for those computers, and also the security settings based on group policies. And I can choose which folder redirection is enabled. So you can see here by default everything is selected, and I can say, well, you know what, I'm not going to want their pictures or their music or their saved games, maybe their videos. I just want to make sure that I'm redirecting their business data, so I can easily control that from PC to PC. The next thing here is the security policy settings, so enabling that baseline of group policy support to ensure that my Windows Update is set to always update and patch my machines, that the network firewall is set that it's always on and can't be turned off. So it gives me that peace of mind in the security of those machines. So I can just deploy that. If they're connected to the system, they'll be refreshed fairly quickly, or if they're outside the office, they'll be refreshed as soon as they log onto the system. So you can see the Windows 7 Professional Pack really provides that easy security group policy and folder redirection capability, in a number of small mouse clicks. Now the next thing I want to show you is the Windows 7 phone application. Now many of you may have already seen this since we've had a beta out there. However, there are some interesting little things that you may not be aware of. Now for those who haven't seen it, the Windows Phone 7 application allows me to do it light administration of my SBS Essentials environment straight from my phone. So when you log on, the first screen that you'll see after the login information is the alert screen. So here is where I can go in and view the alerts of my machine. So for example here, I have an alert that says I have an unformatted hard drive. Maybe I've added a new hard drive to that machine, and it's saying here's alert information on what I need to do to integrate that hard drive into the environment. Now if there's an action available for this type of alert, you could see that the try to repair will be enabled. So for example, maybe I need to rebuild the backup database. I can actually do that through my Windows 7 phone by clicking on that try to repair. Or if I would just want to disable this alert for it to start coming through, I can easily do that here as well. It also allows me to look at the devices, both of my server and also my user devices or computers. So for example here, this is Cameron's PC. I can see further information about that. Great thing here is I can also kick off a backup or stop a backup. So for example, if Cameron's been away from the office for quite some time and I know they're in the office, I can actually kick off a backup off their machine if I want to ensure that their machine is protected. And since backups use the snapshot technology, they're very, very fast. They don't require a lot of load. So I can actually do this when Cameron's just stepped away from his machine. I also have some light user administration. So you can see here are my users on my SBS Essentials environment. And say if we click on Belinda, you not only get some information about her, but I can also change the password for Belinda. So this is really powerful if my users keep forgetting their passwords or have a password issue. I can easily reset their password straight off my phone. But not only that, I can actually disable this user account. So if I've got a security issue, I can instantly disable this user account and ensure that no one can access that. So it again provides me some very light administration but very powerful administration in my SBS Essentials environment straight from this native application from the phone. And of course the last things within this SBS Essentials phone add-in is some settings and the ability to log out. Now the settings allow me to do things such as live tile updates. So for example here you can see that I have a live tile on my SBS Essentials environment that is bringing in those alert information. You can see I have 3 warnings and 1 alert, and the little circle here is showing me how much disk resource that I've got currently available. So again, it just integrates into that Windows 7 phone environment and provides me that live technology. Now, I showed you that logout button because one of the things you may not know about the Windows 7 phone tool is you can add multiple accounts. So here you can see that I have 2 accounts. But the interesting thing here is they don't have to be all SBS Essentials. Even though we released 3 different versions of the tool itself is very much the same across all these 3 versions. The reason we release 3 versions is so we can tailor that first instance and make it easier to search in the Windows Phone 7 marketplace. But if you're managing both SBS Essential environments such as your work environment and also have a home server, you can easily put that home server in here as well. Click on that and you'll see that this environment is now changed to support the home server Windows Phone 7 add-in. So you can see here are my alerts for home server, my devices, my users, and now I have my media information with home server as well. So there's no need to be tied to just one version of this tool if you're running Windows Storage Server Essentials or you're running Windows Home Server and or SBS 2011 Essentials. You can utilize that one install on your Windows 7 phone to access all 3 of those systems from the single application. So hopefully that's a helpful little tip. So returning back to the SBS 2011 dashboard, I now want to show you some partner add-ins that extend the functionality of SBS Essentials for cloud-enabled services. So the first one is Cloud Backup, and DataVault have released a tool called KeepVault that integrates into the SBS Essentials environment. Now the KeepVault tool has been around for quite some time, and now they extend the dashboard in SBS 2011 Essentials to easily integrate into their cloud backup solution. So what you're seeing here is it's taking all the folders that I currently have within my system, my company folder redirection folder that the ProPack put in, the operations and users folder. Now I can click on here and you can see that these are those same folders here. It's taken all those folders and put them within the tool. So it enables me now one-click cloud backup of those folders. So I can easily just click on this and say enable protection. You can see here it's going through all the files that are associated within that folder. So we've got 14 files, about 100 megabytes. It's now starting to upload those into the cloud backup environment. And I can control how that upload happens, whether that's real time, it's scheduled, whether I'm limiting the bandwidth to ensure that I have quality of service for maybe my applications over the cloud backup. I want this to happen in the background. Whether I want to encrypt the data and when I want to compress the data as well. So the great thing here is that this tool that's available from the Data Vault organization is fully now integrated into the SBS Essentials environment. It provides me again that easy day-to-day user administration that we come to expect from the SBS Essentials product. Now I want to show you what Trend Micro is providing for SBS 2011 Essentials. So what they've done is they've taken their worry-free business security services and integrated that into the SBS Essentials environment. So I'm just going to log on to our system here. And you can see that immediately I can have a live status about the health of my system, what my current threat status is, what my system status is, including smart scans and updates, and also what my license status is as well. I can easily view all the computers that are associated with my Trend Micro worry-free business security services account. So any of the servers that I'm utilizing the agents on, for example, here I'm actually have an agent running on the SBS Essentials server environment, and any of the desktops that I have here as well. So I have one desktop that's running this tool as well. I can kick off scans, whether they're manual scans or scheduled scans. I have also access to reporting functionality and also the administration functionality as well. So I can quickly tailor my entire worry-free security services tool within the SBS Essentials environment. So how am I notified? What's the immediate response to threats and things such as that? So we're definitely seeing some phenomenal tools now integrating into the SBS 2011 Essentials environment. Now a further add-in I want to show you is Exchange Defender's Hosted Exchange add-in. Now if you could look at our Office integration module demonstrations that are available up on our YouTube and Microsoft Showcase site, that will show you integration of a hosted environment into things such as user extensions to create users locally and also in the cloud. However, there is definitely a easy way to integrate current hosted Exchange solutions straight into the dashboard without having to go through that deep integration development. And Exchange Defender has done this in a really great way. They've taken their hosted Exchange tool and been able to integrate it into the dashboard environment. So what you're seeing here is the hosted Exchange administration engine as part of our dashboard. So the good thing here is that if I'm creating a user locally, I can manually create that user, and then I can wander over to my hosted Exchange environment, and if I want to enable that user for hosted email, I can quickly and easily do that straight within the tool without going to another administration tool. So staying completely within the dashboard. So this allows me to do it no matter where I am, whether I'm external or internal to my organization, as long as I can get access through remote web access or on my current LAN to the administration dashboard. Creating a new user is pretty simple. I'm going to click on Hosted Mailbox. So we're going to create our new user. Give them a username, a password, and then their email address with my domain name. In this case, it's just a demo account. And then just hit the create button. You can see that the account creation has been submitted, and then I'll be able to now easily access that user, enabling administration for that user, such as their mailbox size, their quota warning, and whether we only want to give them Outlook web access only and not just through a tool such as the full Outlook client. I also have access to further functionalities such as my public folder structure. I can create public folders and mail enable them. I can create external contacts that will appear in my address books, and also I can create easy distribution groups by filling out the relevant information,
the alias that I want to use, choosing the actual domain name, and clicking the create button. So again, very, very easy, seamless integration of a web-based administration tool into the dashboard that allows that simplified day-to-day user and environment management. So hopefully you've seen some of the exciting things that we're going to announce and showcase at WPC next week. And again, this is just the tip of the iceberg in the ecosystem that we're building around SBS Essentials, not only just for ISVs, but also for our partners to be able to implement these great solutions with new and existing customers. So make sure you follow us on the SBS blog and also our SBS Twitter account and SBS Facebook account. They're easy to find through a Bing search. Because we'll be doing regular updates, regular podcasts, and regular video casts all the way through WPC as well. Thank you.